Josef Martinez has said, I have this year, then I have 2 more years. The first time I came here, I said this is my club, this is my city, and I love it here. I want to retire here. I love this club.
Oh.
Why has he been asked about this? Why is he talking about this? Well, we know it's because Gabriel Heinze has just been fired, and there's been all sorts of talk about what went down there and why he has been shown the door, Ale.
Yes, and it is to be expected that Josef Martinez would come out and say, I love this club, I love it here, because Gabriel Heinze, one of the reasons as to what he was fired, in my estimation, was the fact that he took on Josef Martinez, a legend of the club, beloved in the city, and he was comfortably sitting in the doghouse of Gabriel Heinze for one reason or another. Those details we do not know. What we do know and what has been reported is that Gabriel Heinze, there's old school and then there is grossly archaic medieval school. And that's exactly what Heinze was doing with Atlanta. There are reports that this guy was denying the water supply to the players or the amount of water that they would drink in preseason. There's reports that he was ignoring the days off that have been agreed upon in the collective bargaining agreement. Those things are contractually obligated for coaches and staff to give the players a certain amount of days off. Whether you like it or not, that's the reality of this league, and that's what you have to abide for because these are contracts in place. But most of all, he took on the superstar, the face of the franchise, the guy that you look upon to score the goals, to be the productive player in the final third. Your MVP candidate, anything and everything that you think of Atlanta United, you think Josef Martinez. And that all of it would be handled, I suppose, with silk gloves and kind of swept under the rug if the team were winning. But the team is not winning. The team has been struggling. It has been a difficult season. Only 2 wins so far this year, and we're a third of the way in. And yet he continued to go down this path. It was not sustainable. Something had to break. Something had to give. And in the end, Gabriel Heinze, he gone.
Yeah, and understandable that Josef Martinez is quite happy there. Won that battle for sure, Stevie.
Well, it was always going to be down to results. You know, if you're leaving your star man off the team and you're winning, then everybody upstairs thinks this is the right thing to do. And what you're doing is trying to get unity, trying to make sure that the superstar doesn't get too big for his boots. It's all great when you're winning. Unfortunately, when you're losing, it goes the other way. And that's pretty much what's happened to Heinze.
It's weird with Atlanta United, though. You feel as though they're just not able to find that winning formula and what they had with Tata Martino, and they keep seeking to try and find somebody that can do what he did, and it just continues to be a lost cause for them.
Right, and so you have a couple of things happening here. It's not only the fact that Tata Martino has walked out that door and his experience and his success and the way that he was able to build a team and the influence that he had over players, but also the players that have gone out the door and the players that have come in, the checks and balances is not quite working out. The credits and debits not quite working out because those guys that have walked out the door, say a guy like Miguel Almiron, that was supposed to be, once he walked out the door, there were supposed to be options that were going to take the place of Miguel Almiron, say Pity Martinez, for example, that didn't work out. And you look at some of the decisions that they've made in the front office in terms of player personnel, and right now you have a team on the field that even with Josef Martinez will have difficulties winning games. And that in itself is part of the issue with Gabriel Heinze, is that, okay, you're not getting wins. You're not getting results. There is no consistency to the way you're playing. These new players that you're trying to fit into this team not working out either. And then there is no confidence in this coach because if you're a fan, you don't know this guy. Right? You don't know Gabriel Heinze. You know Josef Martinez. You know what he has done for you. So when it comes to the perception and the battle of public opinion, who are the fans in Atlanta going to back? Who are they going to support? Well, Josef Martinez, we know he's going to score goals. This Gabriel Heinze, whatever we've seen from him in 13, 14 games, we don't like it. Gone. See you later.
In a front office, you need experience. It's one thing to have a new club and new faces, new ideas, but you need experience. And by experience, I mean somebody who is known in the football world and knows everybody. Because when you do your due diligence, you have to find out the methods of the coach that you're bringing in. You know, in today's game, everybody that sits down for an interview has a big fancy bullet point way of selling how they are and what their ideas are. And all executives that don't know anything about football love it. It's right down their alley. And then they bring the guy in and then they find out, hold on a second, this is what he does. That's why you need experience. Every front office needs experience to dig and find out what's in the grapevine, going around the football world. Because Gabriel Heinze hasn't all of a sudden come there and started doing this. He's been doing this his whole career. That's down at the front office to find that stuff out. Yeah,
and regardless how beautiful the PowerPoint presentation is and how convincing it is and how beautiful this guy can talk in an interview, the moment he starts denying water to the players, then at that point you're going, wait a minute, this was not, what slide was this in the PowerPoint presentation? This way it's not going to work out. Not now and not ever. This is a ridiculous way to go about coaching.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.